Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Hope all of you are having a good day today. We had a work day that was a work day, partially. Sorry, got myself sidetracked here. And I did a full network reset. Whoa! It gave a bunny. Striking early with the biddies. Wait, I have no audio. Hold up. I have no audios. Properties. Yeah, the X. You got me. Alright, did that play? Okay. It played. I didn't have things set up the right way. And I put the headset on backwards. Going with the hat because I don't know. Something different. Different looks. But thank you for the 300 biddies. I greatly appreciate it. I was about to say it was a work day that we actually had work. So that's good. That's obviously good. I've been fighting with my internet service provider all week. Folks who saw the start of the first 2 hours of last night's stream, or more like hour and a half, basically saw what happened. Like barely 45 minutes in, stream goes down, internet interruption. It comes back up, it goes back down, and it comes back up, goes back down. I literally call Comcast Xfinity and spend 20 minutes yelling at them because they're telling me that there's no errors. Clearly, there's a problem. And I made damn sure last night to say that my technician appointment for tomorrow better be, it better be locked in, because I am royally pissed off. No pun intended. Because before the stream started tonight, I did a modem reset. Right? I did what did I do? Damn punks. Yes. I did a NetSH WinSock reset. And then restarted the computer and everything. So I have basically done everything possible to solve this issue from my end. So, but it's beyond. And on top of that, I figured out how in Event Viewer I can basically document more easily whenever the internet goes down, and if I just keep track of when exactly I do a modem reset myself, it's like, okay, I can basically track now. Like, we need all the mental huggles. Like, we need them all. And longtime friends of the channel, I had this issue last year. In this January, February, and early March of last year. I had to send an email to the FCC, insert your own Family Guy joke reference here of the freaking FCC, with screenshots of different issues of what the modem is reading that I have access to get it resolved. What ended up happening was like it ended up being the central node that serves my area that had the major issue. But there was also an issue with the tap outside. It was on the telephone pole, and my house is right on the corner where the telephone pole is, where the tap, where it sends off the wires off to different places in the neighborhood, people who have it. The central tap for my neighborhood is literally right outside my house. All right, I can walk to it. All right, I go upstairs, a flight of stairs here, go through the kitchen, go through the dining room, go through the living room, open my front door, go down a flight of stairs, landing, another 2 steps, walk forward, open my gate, take 3 steps, and I can place my hand on the telephone pole where the tap is. All right, that's how close. That's how close it is. So it's it's damn close. And when I say take 3 steps, I mean I'm only like 5'5", 5'6". When I was 10 years ago, when my hair was growing taller, I could easily say I was 5'7", 5'8". I it's like the thinning hair is like, yeah, the thinning hair contributes to my lack of height. Not that there's anything wrong with being short. I just gotta aim high. I get into a fight, I aim high. See, a dude. Let me say this right now. A dude who is like 6'4", 250 pounds, doesn't want to fight a guy that is like 5'5", 5'6", because we got basically a straight shot. It's like for me, it's like a a step in jab. No, actually, it's more of like a body straight. Well, with my height and everything, it'll be more like a crotch straight, like, oh. It's like, yeah, there's no exercises for disclaimer. I do fitness boxes every day. There is no like crotch shots listed in the various exercises. Plenty of body shots, no crotch shots. You want crotch shots? There's Pornhub and Spank Bank and all those other websites. Plenty of crotch shots on those channels, sites. Oh my! Takes all kinds, right? Yeah. So yeah, part of why we started early was just in case, just in case things are wrapping up. So, check the news. Check the news before we start playing. Okay. Shit, I forgot to grab my grapes too. So there you go. What's happening in the world today? Jennifer Lopez was not too keen on sharing the stage with Shakira for the Super Bowl halftime show. Now, memory serves me right. Wasn't that one of the shorter halftime shows in modern history? And if it was going to be short, they should have just picked one of them as a headliner. See, a halftime show typically you have one headline act, and then they will maybe have guest acts that would take part of it, and so forth. Here, I want to give an example of this. I should grab those grapes too. I shall. I should give an example of this. The prior, like 1996 Super Bowl in New Orleans, the Blues Brothers show band and review with the trio of Dan Aykroyd, John Goodman, and Jim Belushi, because John Belushi has been long since dead. They fronted a Blues Brothers act at the Super Bowl '96, and they had it was mostly focused around the Blues Brothers band, but they had guest artists working in and out. The big one, I think this year. I didn't watch the Super Bowl this year. I don't know, but typically, if you have one headline act, and they would probably bring in some guest stars. I think Bruno Mars a few years back had a bunch of guest acts in his and so forth here. Netflix announces Master of the Universe Revolution animated series from Kevin Smith. I will not watch it, not just because I don't subscribe to Netflix. It's because I don't like Kevin Smith. I found him to be a terrible comic book writer, and I found him to be a terrible director. Uh, Outside of like the Silent Bob films, the Clerks universe, and everything associated with that, he's just a terrible director, in my opinion, a creative lead, and so forth. So. Cyberpunk 2077 Netflix animes gets a trailer. Apparently, well, from the GIF that's on Yahoo's main page, it looks great. Question is, will it have all the same problems that the Netflix 27, that the Cyberpunk 2077 game have? Let's see. People are shocked that Miley, or is it Millie Bobby Brown, got away with not shaving her head for Stranger Things 4. To which I say this: 4 seasons of Stranger Things, or 3+ seasons, shouldn't she just be allowed at this point to have her hair grown out? Just saying. It's like part of the appeal of that show is basically the Eleven's growth over the course of 3 seasons. So season 4, she should have her hair grown out. Yep, yep, yep. Anything else here? And Justin Bieber is battling Ramsey Hunt syndrome. He revealed today that half his face is paralyzed. Oh, today? Persona 5 Royale. That's it right there. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, well. No, you're not. You're Bunny. No, Derp. Hey, the only Derp I know is Derpy Hooves, who, of course, is great grain skinned little pony with like a yellowish blonde mane, kind of wall eyed, hangs out with Doctor Who's. You think I'm kidding? I was for a few years there. I was pretty damn big in the Gen 5. Matter of fact, before, matter of fact, a few years ago at a Comic Con here in my hometown at Rutgers University, it was a free Comic Con when they were. I'm not even sure if they're bringing it back. I mean, there was no announcement this year, and I know the last 2 years it got canceled due to the pandemic. But it was held at the Rutgers University campus near where I live. Literally, I just take a bus downtown and I can walk to it. Um, At a few Comic Cons and so forth there. So one of the things I got was a piece of bead art of. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn off the green screen for this one. because there's green on this there of Rainbow Dash. So you can see all the beadwork and everything. Uh, when and those who know, I used to have a couch. I literally had a couch here for a long time. Rainbow, this piece of art would be sitting on like a makeshift shelving I had behind the couch, for the longest stretch of time. So, so this used to be. Now I could possibly hang it if I just flipped. I could flip the green screen around, go blue, and I could probably hang it and stuff like that. I mean, if I ever decided to stop using the green screen, I got options. I got ideas. But here's the other fun fact. Uh, I do have a bunch of Rainbow Dash sound clips that I have like on button on demand here, and I keep meaning to go and grab more and add to it.
Hey guys! You are so random. Hey guys!
Dun, dun, dun. So there's that, and you know what? You won't believe this, but my original logo for my channel was a cybery My Little Pony character. When that I designed using an online app. I know we've gotten totally sidetracked here. I think I still have it. I know I still have the artwork. Come over here. Display capture. Transform, fit the screen. Okay, let's see. Here you go. This was basically the original logo and stuff that I had designed. There was an app that I found where I could like design different stuff here that had little beats and pieces on it. So wings up, wings down, wings up, wings down, wings up, wings down. Bro hoof one. Matter of fact, this right here was the original basis of the original logo. Although this was a variant I did. It's obviously rather small. Cancel. Matter of fact, yeah, these were what did I use this for? I think I used this one A2 either as an emote or something here. Original background, original YouTube channel. I think I used this one as an emote for a while. This was for my original YouTube channel. Regular logo, color variant here. Again, I was experimenting with some color variants. Their logo failed. Another logo variant that I tried. This one took a lot of work because you can see we incorporated. I had this idea for a T-shirt, but because of all the characters and stuff in it, is like it never saw the light of day. But I had that general idea because you had like Johnny Gat, you had Cammy, you had Hash from Paladins, Ray Stance from Ghostbusters, Tracer, Sonic the Hedgehog, Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, Restar, oh, I forget his name from Secret of Monkey Island, Moira from Overwatch, Tayo Kaka from Blaze Blue, original board character Duke Nukem, Johnny Cage, I forget who that is. Another logo. This one did end up on as a T-shirt for a while. In fact, Iceman got one of those shirts. This ended up on a T-shirt as well. The F and Dante Savage had got one of these, and I also have one. Matter of fact, I do have shirts of these. They're in a trunk somewhere because they got worn a lot. Old piece of art I would use for like when I was going live. Another idea for a T-shirt that never saw the light of day. Other stuff. Same thing as the other one. Again, another idea for a shirt. This is a little bit too elaborate. These were sub badge. This was the sub. That was a sub badge. That was sub badge 2, sub badge 3, sub badge 4, sub badge 5, and so forth. So you asked, why did I stop using it? Why did I stop using that logo and stuff like that? Well, it's because I came along. When during the Twitch Sings era, I came along. I became like the mascot of the channel unofficially and officially, as you know. So, yeah, I'm to blame for the change in logo. So, for better or for worse, I think for better, because Damon's Wolf, who's done all of Fred's artwork, ever since I became the unofficial mascot and everything, has basically, designed a lot of the emotes around me that are drawn, and a lot of the artwork that I've seen on the ending screen and so forth. So there you go. So there's the backstory. There's the history. And you know what? You know what? You know what? I love it. There is a redeem for that. People don't know what I'm talking. People don't know what that is. It's like redeem a wild bunny up here. So it's like, you think I'm kidding? And I'm not saying that I've incorporated some of your. I will apologize. I should apologize. I did incorporate a a bit of some of your mannerisms into it, adding to the character. It's like, so it's like I do take different things. It's like it's a homage, as they will. It's like you add a little something to it and so forth there. So we add different things. Perfect. Need that. Tell me about it a bit too. Oh yes, the thing with the straight camp and so forth here. You know, I am very much of the mindset of live and let live, and so forth here. So, and one thing I've always prided myself on is being very open minded when it comes to people in different circumstances. Trying not to get too deep, but I have always found those who are able to freely express themselves to be quite admirable to a large degree. Because when you really think about it, the world in general has always been built about constraint and control over like the very few wanting to bunch of individuals want to exercise control over on someone else, either politically, religiously, sexually, etc., etc., etc. Straight on down the line. There was no other way for me to say that. So when I see stuff like as it pertains to things like the idea of like the, the whole idea and concept of a straight camp or conversion therapy is absolutely detestable to me on the simple grounds that I have had family who fought in World War II, who fought against that type of oppression. That my grandfather on my father's side was a litter bearer. He was one of those guys, soldiers, literally picking up and carting off the injured and the dead bodies off the battlefield. So I had family who died in World War II who fought against the very idea of that, just a general concept. So for me, it's absolutely disgusting that any parent would want to put their child through that. It's like so it that's just me. That's my mentality. Sorry for getting deep there, but as like I said, it's like only life is confusing enough as is. Just to get through a day, get through things day to day. With everything that goes on, and it's like if the one thing a person can control is how they feel about themselves, how they want to express themselves, how they view themselves as being, let them. If they're not hurting anyone else, let them. And so that's again, I trust trust me. It's like I'm super and because in general, I'll say this right now. I freely admit, the way I am on stream is a full 180 of how I am to deal with in person. In person, I will straight up admit I am an introvert. I am an asshole. I am a jerk. I'm not putting myself down. It's like these. I'm very aloof. And trust me, these are things that people have told me. And guess what? I acknowledge it because I know it's true. I know how I am. So so for me to be on stream anytime I'm actually showing much personality and everything, it's actually an effort. So it's like I do put so it is an effort for me to break beyond that. It's like it's why I've never been comfortable in an office situation, even though I've worked in plenty of close quarters in over the course of the past 20 years. I was like, but I'm one of those few people who can say with the pandemic and everything associated with it, with my job being real open minded, particularly when I suggest this, is like, hey, if there was any, I was the one who literally went to like the office manager and says, hey, if there's any way that the setting up to work from home because of the pandemic situation, I'm more than set up to do it because I stream nightly. I'm more than set up to do it. I know what's needed. They can't. So it's like, and I was the first person to ask when it says like literally 1 day later. Guess what? You can start working from home starting Monday. All right. So, but for me, this being away and out of the like the office situation, just being able to just like wake up, brush my teeth, work out. Well, once I started working out on a daily basis, and just being able to sit down and just do things without having to worry about, oh, I gotta be personable with these people that I don't want to be around and so forth, and be able to work in an environment that I can control in terms of noise and everything of that sort. It did wonders for my mental health. Because prior to the pandemic, I was pushing 300 pounds. I've gotten my way down. The lowest I got my weight down to was 242, and that's kind of like where I plateaued at. And I'm just working on maintaining myself at being weighing about 245 to 250 pounds. For my height, that's not ideal, but guess what? Hey, there's only so much I'm willing to do, and most of my weight is in the midsection anyway, so maybe more of a. I think I figure out a more targeted abdominal area just to work on these dropping the spare tire, but at the same time, here's the thing: most people, most dudes want a six pack, right? It's like they want a six pack. I got a keg. And you know the thing to do with a keg is the dudes with the kegs are more fun. Long way to go for a fat joke, and there you go. Anyway, before I actually get around to starting the game, and I'm actually surprised no interruptions or stream interruptions, stuff like that here. Because if there is a stream interruption, you would see the stream buffering or something like that, or then it just drops and then we'll come back. I'm gonna do a quick BR. I'm gonna do a quick run upstairs to my kitchen. To grab my grapes because I do like having. I wake up, I have a bowl of cereal that has strawberries and a slice of banana into it, and that's typically my breakfast. Typically, I have like a basic bologna and cheese sandwich for lunch, and dinner is whatever it is you can scrounge up. And I always like to have some fruit at the start of the stream. Why? It's like it's a balancing. You gotta have it's like okay. But in all intents and purposes, it's the second helping of fruit I get in a day, and so forth there. So I'm not thrown to the BRB screen because we got the intro that. There we go. Let's see. At one point in time, I had the chroma key for the green screen set up so badly that you couldn't tell that I was having a grape. So they totally keyed out the green of the grapes as well. Live by. One of the great things about a game that has an intro like this, it's like the start of an episode. And I know there is a Persona 5 animated series. It's locked behind Hulu, and it has not had a DVD release here in the United States. There is a German release that has an English dub. Like, how many hours have we put in on this game? Let me drop window capture. This way I can just go do display capture. There we go. Like 121 hours. And we're just getting right into it here. All right, who do we have in the party? We have on Makoto. I need
Joker. Huh? Yeah.
All right, in terms of a balance, yeah, that kind of works out there. Why Yusuke and why Ryuji over Yusuke? Because Ryuji is hits harder. What's my That's how we're going to prepare. There's no shops we can go to.
Careful! Enemy incoming! It's pretty dangerous.
Absconding from your cells is forbidden. Return to your prison post-haste. Those who wish to disturb society shall be slain on the very spot they stand.
All right. Looks like the chat reset it. I didn't.
Centers must be destroyed.
It's useless trying to reason with this guy. Let's beat him and break through here.
All right, so that's unfortunate.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Blocks fire, absorbs nuke, and reflects bless. Okay, that's wonderful.
Ooh, that was cool.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Hey, you can go for its weak spot.
This isn't it. Do it.
All right, now on to the next.
Out of the way.
We're working it out there.
Nice, Joker. Just at the last second. You will pay.
Persona. Black Rider. Ravage Trap.
Take him down. They're just a... Well, Futaba gets involved.
Yeah. Let's go. Good night.
Well, they're dead. New skill.
Show me that move sometime.
All right. Something tells me there's going to be a series of mini bosses.
The city.
What's going on here?
They're just realizing what's going on.
It seems they finally realized their lives are in danger. Took them long enough.
I can't believe they didn't notice until the danger was so close to them.
That's humans for a nutshell, right?
Here on out, the entire city has stopped functioning. At least they can still panic for now.
If people still don't act for themselves after seeing all this, I'm sorry, but they're hopeless.
In any case,
Hey, there's a great parallel with that was well on set and people who deny what happened on the 6th of January last year.
look over there.
It seems guards have appeared.
The people in the city recognized us, so it's only natural we draw the enemy's attention as well.
Well, they can bring it on. I'm starting to get fired up.
Someone's starting to get fired up. Kinda.
We're done here. Let's go.
All right. Trying to think of what will be the best approach here.
I'll reveal your true form.
Hello. Well, there's a visual, folks. Hey, it's the actual Dick Monster, the throbbing king of desires. I was wondering when that thing was gonna pop up.
Awaiting orders.
Oh my.
This enemy is beneath us. It should be easy if you stay focused. I'll use my persona. Take this.
Critical.
So pretty! And so much damage! Now it's my turn! Come on, Queen! Took one out!
Hold up, folks.
We are following the advice of our government and public health officials to limit close contact with others as much as possible.
All right.
Maintain proper social distancing. Our priority is to keep everyone safe and healthy while keeping you connected. Thank you for understanding. Cancel your appointment. Press 1 to confirm your appointment. Press 2 your appointment. Press 3 for an agent. Press 0. Saturday.
This is basically confirming the tech that's coming out here to check the cables and stuff.
Has been confirmed. Reminder, someone over 18 needs to be present for the duration of the appointment. Thank you for choosing Comcast. Goodbye.
Now, if that was a scam call, we would have been having some fun with them. Weak against ice. Uh,
some basic vague answers.
Vague answers. Stroking the ego is, you know, all egos need to be stroked, you know?